Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm starting this video off at the Arizona Heritage Center at Papago Park. The address is 1300 North College Avenue. It's in Tempe. I know I'm pretty much just going to start in just Phoenix. I kind of thought this was in Phoenix, but I found out it's in Tempe. So either way, I want to start here, kind of start today's video, kind of talk a little bit more about the history of Phoenix and how it started, all that fun stuff. So I figured this would be a good spot to start. So I'm at the intersection of College, and I came down Weber. If you go to Scottsdale Road, basically I'm just north of the 202, between that and McDowell Road. But it's a street called Weber, and this leads right in. This street leads right into the museum. So if you see that, just head straight in. It'll get you there. And you'll see this big old parking lot. There's a ball field. That'll be the first thing you see. So if you see the ball field, just turn right, and you'll see this big old building right here. And that's it. It's about 8 o'clock on a Saturday. They're open Tuesday to Saturday, 10 to 3. So they're not even open. I notice there's a gate where the entrance is, so I can't even get in their little courtyard. I've been here before, it was a long time ago, so I'm familiar with the setup. I didn't really plan on coming here today. It's kind of last minute thing. But it's a good distance on the other side of town from where I'm at, so I figured I'd start here and then work my way back. So everything else is back in downtown Phoenix, around the airport, everywhere else I'm going. So, but I will come back to this one day. I want to find out if they allow filming and whatnot. There's the flags. What's this little thing? But yeah, I'm going to come back and see if I can document it someday. It just kind of shows you what's what. It says State Capital, Phoenix. This is kind of a directory. It lists some mountains, cities. So just kind of a little, I don't know what you would call this, but it says north and south. There's the letter S. For south. North is over there. This has got like little animals, cactus, little designs on it. Kind of cool. So yeah, this is just kind of out here all by itself. I mean, there's residential stuff over there, apartments. The saguaro. Tons of saguaro around here, but yeah, it looks like I'm just in the middle of the desert, but I'm actually not. I'm in the middle of the city. It's kind of the cool things about there. Phoenix area, pretty much anywhere you go in Arizona, you're just always going to see the landscape. So this is the whole building. Most of the museums that side, they have some like conference rooms and whatnot, office buildings. I know the Historical Society used to be in here or do stuff in here. At this point it's been like probably 11, 12 years since I've been here, so things may have changed. So yeah, it's a cool little place. Here's the museum. There is a fee to get in, so check that before you come. Just look this up online. Arizona Heritage Center, part of the Arizona Historical Society. So just a neat little place once you come in. There's a sign for the entrance and whatnot. So yeah, this is here. It's a cool little place. Can't wait to come back and check it out. Been a while, so there's just all kinds of stuff, mostly about, I think more about Phoenix and whatnot, but it's really for all Arizona. So, but there's that. I'll try to get that in a future video. I think I covered all the info on it. Oh, the tickets are $15. Discount for seniors, veterans, students. Kids about half that price. Young kids are free. I don't know if it's really a place for young kids, like young. I know most museums are not interesting to children unless it's like the Science Museum or something, but yeah, bring them along here. I'll figure out something. At least come check it out for yourself. So you can hear the airplane. I'm on the other side of the airport, so this is mostly where they take off from. So yeah, a lot of these Phoenix videos, you're just gonna hear airplanes because they just fly over everything. So, all right, enough of this for today. Just keep watching, and I will get back to this place one of these days. We'll try to get here when it's hot and give me something to do inside. It's cooler. It's not too bad right now, but it's gonna start warming up here. It's beginning of May, so Phoenix is gonna start getting hot. Alright, there's Tempe out that way. Do that one of these days too. Cover Tempe. Some historical stuff out that way. A little bit of Phoenix history out there. ASU is out there. Probably not going to cover that. Probably show it, but get too much into it. Alright, let's head on to the next location and see what we got going. Alright, everybody. Finally made it. It was like an hour-long journey to get here. Plans did not go as well as I thought they were going to go. We're going to start here. It says for Jack Swilling. Basically was the founder of Phoenix. A gentleman that was from Wickenburg. Came down here. Couldn't really find any info why, but probably just traveling through and came down here and liked the area. And just thought, hey, we could populate down here. This is early 1800s, like 1860s. He came through and just liked the area, so I don't blame him. Obviously back then there was nothing here. And he had an idea, so did his thing, went back home to Wickenburg, and decided, hey, I want to come down here and dig up canals. So he had a team up there, grabbed all those guys. Said, hey, we're going to go down to Phoenix and develop it and dig up some canals. So he basically was the main founder of Phoenix. Had a whole team of guys. Had a gentleman that found some of the Hohokam canals. They dig those up and got all the dirt out of them, cleaned them up, started using them, and started making farmland. So the main guy that kind of took off there was Dupa. Gentleman, his last name was Dupa. Helped him. I'm going to show you his house here towards the end of this. His old, well, not a home, they think it was kind of like what we would call like a maintenance shed or something. Is actually the oldest standing like home structure in the Phoenix area. So we're gonna check that. It's an old adobe home. They're preserving it, so it's not perfect, but it's still standing, which is cool. Another gentleman, Frenchie Sawyer. He helped with the canals. I was going to show that area, kind of where Swilling and Sawyer started. There's a placard. There was a placard down there. There's a spot for a placard. It's gone. And that's a rough area. There's a lot of homeless where I needed to be, and I just wasn't feeling that today. So yeah, if you come across that, you want to research it and see it for yourself, don't bother. It's not there. I don't know if they're ever going to replace it. But yeah, it's 24th Street in Washington. There was a gas station there. It was across from the gas station by the light rail. There's a light rail drop-off pickup. It was right there. It was right there, but... And there's some other stuff. I saw somebody else's video. They showed something else, some other area. I couldn't find it. But pretty much that area is what started Phoenix. Went to 28th Street and Washington. That area was known as Cornville. That was what Phoenix was, kind of one of the Phoenix's first name. No, Pumpkinville, not Cornville. We do have that here. That's up north. It was Pumpkinville, Pumpkin Center. So that's where that started. There's nothing there. It's all developed, and I was trying to find a marker, but I didn't see anything. So, but yeah, I just want to show you this. That's the old courthouse. So just be careful filming that, because they get kind of weird with you documenting stuff like that. Actually, I think it said you can't film it, but I think that's more inside. But I'm gonna keep my cool. There's cameras everywhere. This is a new city hall. We're pretty much in the heart of downtown. I'm gonna kind of walk around, show you where I'm at. So yeah, where I'm at, 2nd between, I'm on Washington between 1st Avenue, which is down that way. That's 3rd Avenue, so this is technically 2nd Avenue. Right here, I'm guessing. I'm trying to see the sign. Yeah, that's 1st Avenue. So, yeah, it took me a minute to get down here. You notice the fencing down here. I don't know why that's there, but I know they're having an event down here. See some more stuff down here. It's all messed up down here. This is not a good day to do this, but I didn't know there was an event. Sometimes you don't know that. So, the police headquarters here. I was gonna walk down here a little bit, kind of talk and whatnot. But yeah, I was kind of disappointed to not find some of the other historic stuff about Phoenix. But you can look it up, research it, probably get better pictures from other people, more details. I wouldn't get just on Wikipedia. I do use that as a frame of reference sometimes, but I always check other people's sites and other things just to make sure I'm getting things historically accurate. Cool building. I'm not sure what that is. I'm sure I'll get to that one day. I'm going to cover downtown Phoenix one of these days, show some old buildings. I'm not going to do that today. You have to stick around to see that video. It should be coming soon, since I'm basically doing all this stuff first. I can't go that way. Alright, well, let's go over here. Just gonna kind of walk around here a little bit, get familiar. Downtown Phoenix is kind of a pain, a lot of one-way streets. You got light rail comes through here. This is the light rail. Comes through here. There's a little plaza. This is 1st Avenue in Washington, like I said. It's a little center over here. 50 West Jefferson. I can't think of the name of it, but there's restaurants, all kinds of stuff over there. So if you're down here, there are places to eat. There's all kinds of places all over the place. Pretty much just walk around the block a little bit. Had a pretty nice day. today. It's about 10:30, beginning of May. It's warm, but there's a breeze. You can probably hear it in my microphone. Saw that old building. Another one. The court building. There's a lot of court buildings and whatnot in this area. There's one farther west down that way. Another court building. I'm not sure if I'm going to cover this in a video. Maybe one day. This is the south end. The old court building. I was on the north end. So this is Jefferson, 2nd and Jefferson. Got a police museum. Closed. I think they're only open during the week. Hours 9 a.m. to 2:30. Doesn't say the dates, but if I remember right, it's Monday through Friday. It's kind of a bummer. I would have went today. They would have been open, but they're not. So maybe another day. Let me know in the comments if you want me to cover it or not. If not, that's cool. I got plenty of other stuff to cover, but yeah, it'd be cool to just kind of show it. Let you see, but otherwise, if you're interested, look it up. It looked pretty cool. I looked into it, so I might just check it out just to say I did it. Maybe not record it, but we'll see. Let's see if I can't even film. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up here. I got some other locations. Just kind of want to show you this Phoenix statue. Pretty cool. Alright, I got some other stuff. We get to that Dupa house. It's pretty cool. It's in a neighborhood south of here, a mile or two, so it's not too far. It's kind of a nice thing of doing all this stuff down here downtown. Everything's close. The other thing is parking. Parking's a pain. I was lucky to find a spot to park that was safe and free. Parking costs everywhere down here. I'd say if you really want to discover downtown Phoenix, park at one of the transit areas where the light rail is. And for $2 you get a one-way pass, $4 you get all-day pass. I'd say just spend the $4. That way you get round trip. And then the light rail is pretty much right through the hub of downtown Phoenix. So it'll get you everywhere you need to go. And you might have to walk a little bit to some places, but for the most part it's runs down Central and First Avenue, around Washington and Jefferson, which is basically the heart of downtown. So, but yeah, let's take the light rail down, get off, walk around, see the sights. That's how you get to find cool stuff. Preferably come early. I know I'm not here early. But it's not too hot if you're gonna do it during the summer for sure. Just be prepared. Neat little statue. All right, looks like I'm blocked in here by this fence. I can't really go that way. So, all right, guys. We'll see you on the next spot. Arizona Falls. Kind of an interesting name to pick because you're thinking, oh, this is just like a big old waterfall and all this stuff. I guess in a way it is. But what this is part of the Arizona Canal system, or the original canal that started Phoenix. The historical canal. This is the falls. Kind of like a little this is an interesting thing since I was talking about the canal systems. And basically what got Arizona growing and really put Phoenix on the map. If it wasn't for this, who knows where we'd be now. We definitely needed this. Show this a little bit. Hopefully the noise doesn't drown me out too bad. It's definitely loud. I'm not sure if you're hearing this. This is pretty cool. Get wet over there, so I'm not getting too close. I don't want to ruin my camera. Head upstairs. On the other side, they're doing a race here, so I'm going to kind of stay away from everybody over. It's a lot of people and it's loud. I'm not going to really film over there. Give you at least the gist of this place from where I can. So yeah, I just thought this was a cool little place. It's probably be a neat little place to take kids, little kids, entertain them for a little bit. There's just little streams everywhere. So that's 56th Street and Indian School. Out towards Scottsdale. Scottsdale's a couple miles behind me right now, east. Or basically East Phoenix. So parking's minimal. It was filled up, and I think it's because of the race. So this intersection, I went north on 56th Street. Some businesses over there. I parked on that side. So not too much more of a walk than the parking lot made for this place. So not gonna be walking too far. Other side of it, you see they got a race thing going. So yeah, this is just a neat little place. I've driven by this place a million times. Walk right over it. Probably hear it, can't really see it. So this is all where it just happens. This thing goes for miles and miles. This is where we get all of our water. Yeah, this is what keeps Phoenix alive. All of our water gets brought to us by canals. Same way the Hohokam did it back in their day. So, thanks to them, we got this nice city. Alright. That's it here. We're in the Roosevelt neighborhood. I was in here previously. I was down the other side of the road, down the streets. I'm down the avenues now. This is a pretty historic area. Pretty much where it started once everybody came up this way. Built quite a bit. Like this is kind of like the place once it really got developed and centralized and whatnot. This is kind of where hub of people were at. We're on Roosevelt, obviously. 3rd Avenue. I'm going to show you why here in a minute. I just came across that in this little park. This deal here. Little palm tree thing is kind of cool because it shows you like a map of the streets and whatnot on it. Avenues there. Roosevelt. A bunch of other streets. Creative. That's cool. Not a big art person, but yeah, someone took the time to do all this. It's not me, but you know, I respect it. You got an eye for art, brain for art. You can do this kind of stuff, create all kinds of stuff, especially if something you love. You know, I gotta love that. You know, these iron cactuses, I don't have patience for something like that or putting all this together. That's for somebody else. And yeah, I love the people that do that kind of stuff. Appreciate them a lot. Need those kind of people, because people like me, I pretty much draw like a preschooler. So I'm not artistic at all. More on the music side, art. So thank God for those people. As you can see there, that's where I'm headed. So we're Roosevelt and 3rd Avenue. If you go down this way, some old buildings over here. There's a law office tucked behind this modern building. It's pretty cool. So there's still some old buildings here. Ones like these, probably not as old. Not really modern, but not old. Probably put here after this area took off. You can usually tell from the way it was designed. I'm not a pro at it. Maybe someday I'll figure it out. But yeah, this is probably 50s, 60s. Could be before that, could be after that, I don't know. But I know it's not like modern because it shows age. So it could be 80s, 90s for all I know. It could be 2000s, but I'm guessing probably not. That's Roosevelt headed east to downtown. That's west. I'm gonna cross the street. I'm gonna show you this little area. This is historic. Yeah, this area is called Roosevelt Row. It started as a grocery store, built in 1925. It was Gordon's grocery store. This whole thing, basically, they only had one place to shop back in the day. So, if you needed to shop, this is where you came. Now it's obviously other stuff, Pita Jungle, some other modern restaurants, but yeah, this is a historic building. Oldest supermarket in Phoenix. Well, oldest building, started as a supermarket. I think they said back in the 80s, 90s, like it closed up. Could have been 60s. I know at one point it closed up. They were just thinking about scrapping it. If you learn from my videos, they like to do that. They just like to tear everything down. It's irritating, but that's what they do here in Phoenix. They don't care. Everything's about money to the city. So that's kind of why I want to start doing these videos, is to preserve some of this stuff, get people into it. I want people to love this city and all the history we have, to save it for younger people. And hopefully I just get people to fight for it. Here's the name of the gold spot. That's what it's known as. So if you want to look it up, it's the gold spot. Yes, it's noisy. I'm on the road. A lot of noisy cars. Probably not going to hear airplanes like you usually do, but you're just going to hear vehicles going by right on a busy street. So, yeah, it's a Thompson house over there. I don't know the significance of it, but I did walk over there. It's an old building, home behind it. So yeah, if you just kind of cruise around, you'll see some old buildings. Yeah, looks like there's a restaurant here. There's Pita Jungle, places to sit outside. Some parking garage over here. Parking, cool spot parking. You can park in there. It's small, so if you got a big vehicle, I'm trying to find a smaller one. My little car, a little tight spot in there. Not a ton of room. So, yeah, there you go. There's nothing really over here, so I'll show it to you. Put more footage of this building, but there's a door over there at some point. But yeah, cool building. Plenty of parking. Parking's free. I don't see that very often downtown. We're kind of on the edge of downtown. So, all right, well, let's go back down this way. So yeah, I know it's just a grocery store, but it's the only one back in the day. So if you needed something, this is where you came. That was for the Japanese Friendship Garden. It's down that way. Looks like it's right down there. I'll cover that in the future, most likely. Alright, I'm trying to find a quiet spot to end the video. Alright, yeah. Thanks for coming along, joining me on this adventure. It's not for everybody, but it's about the history of Phoenix, how we got started, grew, whatnot. The whole point of it, I'm going to be covering all that kind of stuff, like I've said in previous videos. One's not just going to be about sites and whatnot. I want to give some of the history, how we're here, why we're here, probably some of the future. Obviously I don't know about the future, but probably mention stuff. I know they got plans for expansions and whatnot, talking about by 2050 we're going to be way too overpopulated. Kind of sad. I don't know what's going to happen. Apparently things are going to have to change here at the rate we're going. So if we're gonna survive, we gotta do something. So I don't know, it's out of my hands. But until then, I'm just gonna keep making these videos and give you guys something to watch, entertain you, hope you learn some stuff. Yeah, I got another old house over here. I'll show you real quick. It's a Winship house. So yeah, if you come down here, it's just everywhere you turn, you'll find an old house. There's not a ton of old ones left, but there's some. You just kind of find them. A lot of them are registered. Other people have covered them, so they're documented. Some of them are you just kind of have to find on your own. So, all right, well, head back to my car, get some water, so you can tell I need water. I know I harp on that, but you start watching these videos, you'll find out why I keep bringing up the water issue, because it'll get to you. I've been drinking all day. I bring water with me, and I drink on the way out, so I hydrate plenty, but the hot air will get you. It's windy, a cool breeze. That'll dry you out too. So, yeah, you just gotta be prepared, but man, you can have fun out here like I do. So, all right, I'm just blabbing now. We'll see you on the next adventure. Not sure what it is, but we'll find out soon enough. All right. See you guys later.